What if I told you that one of the NFL's most respected veteran quarterbacks, a man who once carried the weight of an entire franchise on his shoulders, just gave his seal of approval to a college star many are still doubting? That's right. Former Pro Bowl quarterback Drew Bledsoe, a name etched in the history books of the league, has just gone on record saying that Shedeur Sanders needs to be QB1 for the Cleveland Browns. This isn't just casual commentary. This is a strategic insight from someone who's seen it all, from the glory of Sunday victories to the brutal grind of rebuilding seasons. So what exactly did Drew Bledsoe say? And why does he believe Shedeur Sanders is the answer to Cleveland's long-standing quarterback woes? Buckle up. We're diving deep into this football bombshell. Drew Bledsoe knows quarterbacks. He was the #1 overall pick in the NFL draft back in the early 1990s, led the New England Patriots to the Super Bowl, and laid the foundation for what would eventually become one of the league's greatest dynasties. He understands pressure, leadership, and the immeasurable burden that comes with being the face of a franchise. So when someone of his stature speaks about young talent, especially someone who hasn't even taken an NFL snap yet, you better believe the football world listens. Recently, in an interview that has now gone viral, Bledsoe spoke candidly about Shedeur Sanders, the polarizing yet undeniably talented quarterback out of Colorado. For those unfamiliar, Shedeur is the son of Hall of Famer Deion Sanders, and he's been turning heads ever since he transferred to Colorado to play under his father's coaching. Despite the media frenzy and constant spotlight, Shedeur has shown poise, resilience, and a football IQ that's well beyond his years. And now Drew Bledsoe is making it clear. This kid has what it takes to be QB1 in the NFL, and not just for any team, but for the Cleveland Browns. Why the Browns? According to Bledsoe, Cleveland is at a crossroads. Their current quarterback situation, while full of potential, remains inconsistent and unstable. The team has a powerful defense, a strong offensive line, and a talented roster, but they're missing that final piece, a leader under center who can bring it all together. And Bledsoe believes Shedeur is that missing link. He didn't mince words, saying that Shedeur's pocket awareness, quick decision-making, and calmness under pressure are rare qualities that remind him of elite quarterbacks he played with and against. Bledsoe also touched on the intangible aspects of Shedeur's game. He emphasized the young quarterback's maturity, calling it uncommon for someone his age. While many young signal callers struggle with ego, distractions, or the sheer pace of professional football, Bledsoe sees Shedeur as a grounded athlete with the discipline and work ethic necessary to succeed at the next level. He mentioned how Shedeur's college performances, especially in clutch moments, show a quarterback who doesn't flinch when the game is on the line. Another major reason Bledsoe is championing this move: timing. The NFL is all about seizing the moment. Right now, Cleveland is in a rare position. They're competitive, but they need a long-term answer at quarterback. Waiting too long could mean missing out on a rare talent like Shedeur Sanders. Bledsoe pointed out that if the Browns act quickly and build around Shedeur now, they could be setting themselves up for a decade of success. Critics will argue that Shedeur hasn't faced NFL-level defenses yet. They'll say college success doesn't always translate to the pros. But Bledsoe wasn't dismissing these points. Instead, he acknowledged them and still stood firm. He said that while no college quarterback is ever a sure thing, Shedeur's mental toughness and football upbringing, having grown up around Hall of Fame-level preparation, gives him a huge advantage over other prospects. And let's not ignore the cultural impact. Bringing Shedeur Sanders to Cleveland wouldn't just be a football decision. It would be a statement. It would show that the Browns are ready to embrace a new era, led by a quarterback who represents both talent and transformation. The combination of Shedeur's youth and maturity, his ability to connect with fans, and his understanding of what it means to carry a legacy, it's a package that's rare in this league. Bledsoe's endorsement may have surprised some, but for those paying close attention to the league's trends, it feels like a moment of clarity. When legends speak, you listen. And when a legend like Drew Bledsoe calls for Shedeur Sanders to be QB1, not someday but now, you start to realize this isn't just a hot take. It's a vision for the future. So here's the real question. Will the Cleveland Browns take the leap? Will they listen to the wisdom of someone who's lived the highs and lows of the NFL and take a bold step toward a new quarterback era? Only time will tell. But one thing is certain, Drew Bledsoe has lit a spark. And now fans, analysts, and franchises alike will be watching Shedeur Sanders more closely than ever before. If the Browns do make the move, it might just be the beginning of something legendary. Because sometimes it takes a former star to recognize the future of the game. And according to Bledsoe, that future is wearing number 2 at Colorado.